thank the commissioners for coming today and giving their time up for Sunday, but it's very important that we do this. They're backing us 100%. And Jerry Mounts and these guys come from Williamson, and we got representatives from Warncliffe and Gilbert. And if I leave anybody out, sorry, but I'd like to ask Dave to come up for a few minutes and start this thing off. So we know everybody's got plenty of stuff going on today. It's Sunday. A lot of people don't get a lot of time to go with their families, so if you don't care, just bear with a few minutes. We're going to get this under way. Dave, don't care.
Thank you. It's good to be over here at Beech Creek. It's like coming home, coming to Beech Creek. Been coming over here a long time, eating many a good meal over here. There's several good cooks on Beech Creek, and they welcome you. And I'm not talking to you there, but your mother is one of the best. This fire levy is really important for the fire departments in Mingo County. You know, back 10 years ago, we had the 9/11, and there was a bunch of firemen got killed, and we didn't have to pay very much for workers' comp, but now workers' comp's went out of sight. And the legislature got $5 million in just to carry it to the end of this year. If we don't get something worked out, then you're going to see a lot of these fire departments have to shut down. You know, these guys volunteer their time, and they go out and they leave at home at 12, 2, 4, whenever the tongues go down. And you don't want them to go if they're not covered, if they go in a house to save somebody's life and they fall in on them and not be covered. So it's really important that we pass this fire levy. And I assure you there will not be no $70,000 jobs that they're out telling. There will be no $40,000 secretary jobs. This money will be strictly for the fire departments. It will be used for the fire departments. And we need this levy to survive. We need to get behind this. This is our opportunity. If we don't pass this levy and they're able to keep the fire department open, these insurance companies will not write you a fire policy if you don't have this fire department up here. It's not a scare tactic, but it's the truth. We've got 11 fire departments, and they'll all get a portion of it. And first thing we're going to do is try to bring their equipment up to Smurf to where they'll be able to get the rating lowered. And I know we need water in Beech Creek and Benjamin Creek. We've been fortunate, we've been blessed to get water in Dingus and Breeden, Jenny's Creek and Marbone. And they got water supposedly going to start up Thacker Holler in January. And we got 2 girls that works for us, the 2 Tinas. Every time the water is mentioned, they said, don't ever forget Beech Creek and Benjamin Creek. And so it's out there. We're trying our best. And it should be easier to give you water now that the road's going through. And the water's going to run with the road. So it should be easier to get water in Beech Creek. And Benjamin Creek. I couldn't answer that. This is a good thing. It's going to raise right at $1 million, and that's $1 million. It won't take effect until July of next year. This $1 million will be spent on the fire departments. I think we stand a real good chance for it to pass. And I think it'll be good for all of us. And I thank you for having us over here, and it's good to see you again. And nobody likes to see their taxes raised a little bit. I don't either, but this is for a good cause. If anybody got any questions for me, if not, I'll let my fellow commissioners. Thank you, Dave. John Martin and I, we work real well together. We work hard for the citizens of Mingo County, and we appreciate you having us.
I'll tell you what, it's a pleasure to be here, like Dave said. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the levy. I'm not a firefighter. I've never been a firefighter, but I've been blessed to be in my 2nd term as your county commissioner. And I've noticed one thing. We can't do anything without our fire departments. If we have anything, whether it's a fire, whether it's a flood, whether it's a missing person, whether it's a car wreck, or tornado or earthquake. We've even had earthquakes. Whether it's helping a family to the graveside to bury one of their loved ones, or it's diving in the river looking for someone, a missing person. it's our fire departments that we call on. And it's amazing when you see the response of these people. Many of them are volunteers, not paid, not even paid their gas to go, but they come out at all hours. They never let us down. And I look all around at other counties and I see the better equipment that they have to work with. And I know that we're doing the best that we can on the county level, and we're able to give we've allocated for several years now $2,500 for each fire department, and that's nothing. That is absolutely nothing. And I look around and I see, I've been over to Logan and I've looked at all their equipment, their swift water rescue and all that, and I said, wow, how do they get it? Then I go to Wayne County and I look at theirs, and then I find out almost every county has an excess fire levy. I believe, I said the other day 4, and the chiefs corrected me. It's 5 counties that does not, in the whole state of West Virginia, only 5 counties do not have an excess fire or some kind of emergency levy. And we're one of those 5. And when people see the cost that's not a firefighter like myself, I was amazed. I mean, I think it was $30,000 for a Jaws of Life. I would have never dreamed that. $5,000 for an oxygen, the oxygen thing. The costs are astronomical. That's not even talking fire trucks, the big ticket items. It's a 5-year levy if it passes, and it'll raise up to $1 million. That's the estimated cost of the levy. You know, everybody might not pay their taxes. The taxes might not come in the way they are, but it's projected at $1 million by the accountants. And if you read this levy, get a copy of it. It says that the money is to be used only for our certified fire departments, and we have 11 of those, 10 volunteers and 1 paid in Mingo County. This money is to be spent to buy our equipment, to get our ISO, is that the right word, Chief? ISO ratings up there. And all I know, that rating goes up, your fire insurance premium comes down. And that's the goal. Because I really believe that if we get the proper equipment from all the information and research that we've got, that the cost on the taxes is going to be so minimal that it could be offset by people's savings on their homeowners insurance and their fire insurance. Levy is to pass. It's not going to be because of the politicians that are for it, or if it fails, it's not going to be because of the politicians that were against it. This is about the firefighters, their families, and their neighbors, and the people that they protect. I believe this is Mingo County's chance to stand behind its firefighters, properly equip its firefighters. No questions. We turn it back over to the chief, gets us over at the King Cole Festival, and says, come on, boys, we're going to stump for the levy. Come on, get up here, get up here, get up here. Gets us up on stage, and we're standing right there. Then I turn around, and he's gone, and it's our turn to talk. So, Chief, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Get you back.
Guys, we've got information at the fire department. If you want to stop, we've already had an open house once, but any Monday that you want to stop or come by, we'll be glad to go over it with you. And you can bring your friends or whoever. It don't matter. We'll go over the best we can to explain to you. And if anybody's got any questions, you can ask now. If not, I'd like to ask Jerry Mouse to come up here and say a few words too. He drove all the way from Winston up here too, and he's been a big speaker and a big help to all the fire departments in the county. Jerry, if you want to come on up.
Anybody got any questions, please don't, I always told my mother years ago, don't come home with questions when you leave the doctor's office. Get your questions asked and answered. Does anybody have any questions at all? I really can't add anything to what the commissioners have said about the levy, other than the fact that I've been in the fire service 36 years, and I see this as a golden opportunity to improve the quality of life for people from one end of Mingo County to the other. When this thing is passed, it's going to take care of our needs. There's a lot of things that firefighters want. You know, we get kind of childlike. You know, we like the bells and the whistles and the toys. There's all kinds of stuff out there that we'd like to have to play with. But this money's going to be spent wisely. It'll take care of our needs. This Chiefs Association that we put together 4 years ago, we've done a lot of good with this thing. We've gotten to the point where we have this levy on the ballot. I want you folks up here at Beech Creek to know that over the 4 years, I can't think of more than one time, and we meet every month, except December. I can't think of one time that Tommy or John wasn't at all those meetings. And you all owe a great deal of gratitude to Tommy and to John and the rest of the guys here at this small volunteer fire department. Don't forget what they do for you. That's all I have.